After a weekend marked by massive nationwide protests, the U.S. Supreme Court's historic decision to strike down its nearly 50-year-old precedent on abortion rights is sparking new legal challenges. Protesters returned to the Supreme Court for a fourth straight day over the conservative majority's ruling, which sent the issue of abortion back to individual states. More than a dozen states had so-called trigger laws in place to restrict or ban abortions as soon as Roe v. Wade was overturned, with several more states expected to follow suit in the coming weeks. Mississippi, the state at the heart of the case that led to the Supreme Court's ruling, certified its trigger law today, banning nearly all abortions in 10 days.
We need to change the balance and have pro-choice legislators who have the power to make decisions about whether this constitutional right will be in law.
I think this is likely to all be litigated out, dealt with in the various states around the country through the democratic process.
16 Democratic states and Washington, D.C. have laws that protect abortion rights. This evening, a judge issued a temporary restraining order on Utah's trigger ban after Planned Parenthood filed legal challenges to block trigger laws in the state as well as in Idaho and Kentucky. And we're starting to see concerns among some groups worried the Supreme Court will use this decision to re-examine other issues like same-sex marriage. Justice Clarence Thomas said as much in his opinion. Christian Garzone reports tonight on those concerns. He joins us now live with what he found out. Christian.
Well, Adam, we're told Justice Thomas is essentially a singular voice when it comes to overturning any older rulings. An attorney, Sheldon Boyce, essentially called him a minority of one. Others tonight seem to agree. Since the ruling overturning Roe v. Wade last week, activists have warned that the conservative majority on the U.S. Supreme Court would then try and do away with other court rulings like same-sex marriage and contraception.
I don't think there's any realistic basis for that concern.
Attorney Sheldon Boyce with Brenna Boyce says the decision on Roe is specifically about whether the Constitution confers a right to an abortion.
And this case simply holds that it doesn't, and it says that the authority to regulate abortion is returned to the people.
With Justice Clarence Thomas talking about revisiting other past cases like same-sex marriage and contraception, Boyce says it's not clear if other members share his opinion.
He's a minority of one. He's the only one in the courts that's even raising that issue.
I know we're all reeling from the recent overturn of Roe v. Wade.
At a pride gathering in Henrietta tonight, David Bergman says he feels uneasy after Roe's overturn, but like Boyce, agrees that Thomas stands alone on the other issues.
That's going to be an uphill climb for him. I don't think that any of the other justices are going to go down that road.
Boyce says the stance other justices may or may not take on past cases is pure speculation.
Reading this decision, I don't think it's likely.
And the liberal justices said last week that the public should be confident that the conservative majority of the court is not yet done with its work. Live in Rochester, Christian Garzone, News 8. Adam, right back to you in the studio.
Christian, thank you. The specific cases Justice Thomas is referring to, Griswold in 1965, Lawrence from 2003, and a more recent one from 2015.